Media Broadcasting System and affiliated stations.
This is John Cameron Swayze in the NBC Newsroom in New York. Reports of the morning take us to Washington, to Paris, and to London.
The film you are about to see was produced as a troop information.
I'm in New York correspondent Walter Windows.
Prepared to alert the American soldier.
Who leads you with it?
Enemy propaganda.
You'll find out.
We haven't even got into the biggest part of it yet. We're right at the end. It's going to be epic.
Talk about this great awakening. You have obviously a religious and a spiritual great awakening that's going on, but you also have the manifestation that in people understanding their agency and their power, and particularly their collective power.
But it's only on the brink that people find the will to change. Only at the precipice do we evolve.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation. That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom.
Let freedom ring.
Let me warn you, and let me warn the nation.
We face a hostile ideology, global in scope, ruthless in purpose.
Let freedom ring.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means.
My country, 'tis of thee.
Someday,
sweet land,
when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically.
And his speech is as relevant today as it was then, maybe more so. It's that we're in a war that must be won.
You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all.
There's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we will have to face the final demand, the final ultimatum, and what then?
You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which they must not advance.
The martyrs of history were not fools, and our beloved dead who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis did not die in vain. Where then lies the road to peace, you say? Well, it's a simple answer after all. That you and I have the courage to tell our enemies, there is a price we will not pay, there is a point beyond which evil must not advance.
You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Do we even believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? My fellow Americans, you and I have a rendezvous with destiny.
You can look down the camera and say that, but you know that's not true. You know that the election was not stolen.
I wouldn't expect you to understand what's happening in our country, because I can see you come at this from a left agenda, which is very typical of the fake news. And you don't understand what it means to shed blood for your freedom like we did here when we broke ourselves free from a tyrant called King George. So when you learn a little bit about our history, then I'll have a conversation, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
We've got the right to choose it.
Operation Freedom.
There ain't no
We the people, joining together, standing up.
This is our life.
And speaking out.
We are declaring our freedom. We do not consent.
This needs change. This needs change now.
We're not gonna take it.
And they had all the Biden information all that time, and they covered it all up.
We ain't gonna take it.
Your gut tells you there's something very bad going on, and all the evidence suggests that there is. But the people in charge won't acknowledge that. Everything's fine, they scream. Stop noticing.
To lead in shaping a new world order.
Oh, you're so condescending.
We needed a new world order.
Your goal is never ending. We don't want nothing, not a thing.
Trump and his extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy.
The whole idea that humans, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will, so whatever I choose, whether in the election, whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. That's over.
Everybody sing, we're not going to take the blue now. Ready? 1, 2, 3.